welcome back to another mussel fishing film. We're out on the lovely Polycraft 300 Tuffy today on a rather nice, for once, late July day. Well, mid to late July day. The tides are quite small today, and if you followed my recent videos, you will see there's a lot of wrecking and a lot of lure fishing involved. So today we're going to do something a little bit different for you. We're going to go and try for a large conger on a wreck. Tides are nice and small, so we're going to go and see if we can anchor one. I've just put the wreck that I've chosen. It's 4.5 miles away. So that's the nearest of the wreck that I've chosen. I've also got a further one in case we want to go a bit further and try that. But see what the conditions are like when we're out there. There's a little bit of mist, but I think that's going to clear as we go into the day. We've got a lovely high pressure system for the next 3 days, so I don't really expect the wind to get up too much, but touch wood, that doesn't happen. I don't think it will. I think it'll actually get even calmer towards the end of the evening. So yeah, we're going to go stick an anchor in on a wreck, try for some conger eels, and on one rod I'm going to give the black bream a go as well. You can get quite nice big ones on the wrecks, especially in autumn. Now it's not autumn yet, obviously it's early, well, mid-summer, isn't it, July, but I have been told there's a few there, so we'll see what we can do. I'm going to get the hammer on the way, and I'll see you when we're there, and I'll show you how to anchor a wreck, hopefully. So I'm now approaching my wreck. I've assessed the sea conditions. There's a little bit of a swell actually, but it's not too bad. It's perfectly fine to anchor. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to line myself up where I think I need to anchor up. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch the engine off, and I'm just going to watch the track line and see what it does. Never throw an anchor in on a wreck as soon as you get there, because the tide, the wind, even though you think you might know what it's doing, it doesn't always do what you think it's going to do. So run a test drift over it first, that way you'll see where the boat's going to drift, and then you can work out bang on where you're going to put your anchor. A few ways to anchor a wreck. You can either anchor obviously away from it a little bit, let more line out and get your boat right over the top of the wreck, or another option is what I'm going to do today, is I'm going to anchor away from the wreck, put a little bit of line out, and I'm going to sit just back off of it and try and draw the eels to me. Otherwise, yeah, we'll end up losing probably a lot of gear. Right, so I'm looking at my screen now, and I'm going to put the boat where I think we're going to need to be to get on this wreck. Right, I reckon about here. So I'm going to switch the engine off. Any bit of water, I'm just going to get rid of that with my auto pump. There we go, not a lot. And then now, I'm just going to spend this time tidying up, letting the boat do what it needs to do. Now, the tides are tiny today, we'll probably barely move, and I might have to actually go nearer the wreck to see what line it's going to take. But we'll see, I don't think this wreck's too snaggy, because I've fished it a few times with the lures and I haven't lost too many, so I don't think it's too snaggy, but we'll see. I'm going to give it a nice bit of time. I'm going to give it 2 or 3 minutes to give us a solid line, let the boat settle, let the wind do its thing, and then we can work out exactly where to put this anchor. Right, so I've now got a track line, which is going to mean that my second drift is going to be where that I think the anchor should go. So I'm going to go and place myself on that mark now, and then I'm going to give it one more drift, and I've got a lure rod set up, of course, just to see if we can pick up a bonus fish. So I'm just going to go back to where I think now, with this drift and with the wind, where I think that we can anchor up. I've actually picked quite a difficult wreck to anchor. Problem is it's quite near, like it's only 4 and a bit miles out, so it's not far to go, and I actually know there's eels on this, some quite nice ones as well. So yeah, I've picked a tricky one. I've picked one which goes sort of in line with the tide, not across it like that. So yeah, it is definitely going to be trickier, shall we say. Rookie error. The chain got caught around the ordinary ring there, so yeah, you would have seen me untangling it. I'm just holding the anchor now to settle us out. Now sometimes, even though you do a drift, when you anchor up, it can still be different, but it'll give you a pretty sure way of knowing where you're at. So when I anchor a wreck, I do like to go further up tide of it and let out more line. That way, if my anchor trips or it moves, then it's well away from the wreck and I can make a correction or let out more line so it holds. What I don't want to be doing is going too close to the wreck and then anchor, as if it does trip, going straight into the wreck, you lose your anchor and it's just a pain in the bum. Probably could have anchored it a little bit nearer, to be fair, but we're getting there. As I say, I like to let out a little bit of rope. I'll turn you around to this screen. It will probably give you the wreck name as well if you're lucky. So you can see there the drift lines that I've done, and you can see where the flag is just on the right hand side there. We're going to basically, boat should be sitting just to the left of it, and you can see the distance getting less and less as we let out more rope. Right, so where this boat has settled, I'm actually pretty happy, to be honest. Hopefully we'll draw them out. We're not bang on it, but if I cast that way, we're sort of on the bow, and if I cast that way, it's sort of sitting across, we're getting towards the stern, so we'll just chop the line out. We've got a 100-pound braid, should really have a leader on it, but I do not on this occasion. But we've got about 2 foot with a zip slider there and a clip, Limitless SS link clip there. And then all we're going to do is we're going to put down a running ledger. So I've got 200 pounds mono here. I like to use big thick mono because you never know what's down there. Sometimes the taupe are around the wrecks eating up all the fish. And my aim of today is to draw the congers out of the wreck. I don't want my rigs in the wreck today. And there you go. It's about 3 foot. All we do is we connect that onto our link clip at the top here, and then we're going to flapper up a mackerel and send it down there. Right guys, this is our mackerel. It's not looking too pretty, but hopefully we'll catch some fresh in a minute, or some pouting. We're just going to cut off the back end, that's the tail. That will just, I'll do some slashes in that and I'll send it down there, a bit of chum. I'm going to run this through the knife like this. As I say, it's a bit frozen, so it's not so easy. Run down the one side of the spine, go through there, and then we're going to go, God, it is a proper frozen and proper slippery mackerel. Let's put it against there, and then we can, so we have a flapper there, and all we do is we're going to pop the middle out like so, pull it out like that, leave the guts in there. Here's our nice big, that's an offset meat hook, that one. Now I'm going to put it through the head once. I'm going to bring it through the top of the head, and I'm just going to pop it, the hook out the back, through the flank like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bait elastic that, like that, so it sits proud like that. It's nice and simple. So I don't use pennels, guys, really, generally, just because they're a bit of a pain to unhook. I don't think it's particularly needed as either. I'm just going to put a load of elastic around the hook. I'm going to elastic just the back of the flapper, just behind where the hook is, because that will keep the mackerel all together. And as I said, hopefully we'll pick up some fresh stuff in a minute. Not seen any shoals on my finder yet, but yeah, we'll see. So that's the bait. To make it a little bit neater, then we'll get it down there. Right, so as I said, I am going to throw out a bream rod. So I've got a weight on the bottom, got one coming off here just with a little bead, just to add a little bit of attraction, just a little bit of squid, and I've got another one up there just with size 2 limitless chinnoos. I'm going to chuck that out and see what we can get. We might pick up some pout and some fresh bait. Not had any knocks or bites yet, but I'm all about drawing the eels out. So hopefully, yeah, we can draw them out. I've been at a lot of sessions for eels where the first hour there's nothing, and then it goes crazy for about an hour as the eels are coming out. So let's just see how we get on. So first fish on, guys, on the scratching rig. Just cast it down. I was just holding the rod just to feel it, and yeah, fish on. It might be a pouting. It's not fighting like a bream, but if it's a pouting, that's good because it means that we're on the wreck. So it's just using a little bit of squid on that scratching rig. Not only does this give us some bait, you never quite know what you could catch. You could catch something quite nice, little bonus fish, and it just keeps you busy as well. So right, we're coming up to it now. I can see it spinning. Yeah, a couple of pouting. Now I don't mind that at all because it means we're on the wreck, and it means we're anchored okay, and also they make great little baits. So I'm going to keep these two, and I'm going to send one out as a flapper. It's nice and fresh, and it is my favourite conger bait, is a pout. Excellent. Well, they're not bream, but there might be some bream down there, so we'll keep persevering. It's good that we've had a couple of pouting. That's really good, because that just shows that we're on the wreck and we're where the congers should be. Well, I just put the camera down, sent the rig down, and there we go. We've got another target species for the day. A beautiful little black bream. Stunning little fish. They make fantastic tote baits, but we're going to put this one back, see if we can get a bigger one. Oh, bite on the conger rod, guys, bite on the conger rod. Bite on the conger rod. Top right hand one, big bite on the conger rod, guys. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Look, it's going to go in the wreck if I'm not careful. Let's get that rod, let's get that rod back. Get baby rod out, look, you can see it bending away. Ugh. Yep, there we go, guys, we're in. Yeah, nice fish. Oh, yeah, big fish on. Big fish on, guys. Big fish on. There we go. Luckily, I'll put a little bit of pressure on him to try and get him off that wreck. Oh, yeah, he's a big fish. He's a big fish. Really big fish. It's quite good fun doing something a little bit different for once. Woo, we're getting some ground on him as well. Yeah, this will be a nice one. Now, I do bully my eels, guys, because if you don't strike them early, they'll take you into the wreck. Now, as I said, it was a little bit quiet to begin with, but I've drawn this conger eel out from the wreck, which is the way I prefer to fish for them. Oh, God. Oh, God, it's taking line now. It's taking line. Oh, he's not happy. Not happy at all. Oh, he's putting up a very good fight, guys. Very good fight. Ooh. Wicked. Wicked fun. Oh. So the leader's coming up now. We're at the leader. Probably going to be about a 20-pound fish, I'd imagine. Oh, just got a glimpse of him there. Just got a glimpse of him. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's a big one, guys. That's a big one. That's a 30-pound fish. Oh. Look at that fish. Woo! Right, I'm going to get you clipped back up. We'll try and get him in. Oh, he's gone again, guys. He's gone again. He's gone again. Oh, he weren't happy. He weren't happy. I've just shown you with the camera and he's gained some more line on me. Right, let's try and get him now. Let's try and get him now. Whoa, that is a big one. Yes! Woo! 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 Look at him. Look at him, he's massive. He's probably 30 pound, guys. I'm gonna try and get a T-bar and get him unhooked and get a photo and get him back. Now there's one thing really worth mentioning. Take your weight off, especially if you're in a small boat. Even if you're in a big boat, take the weight off. So, I've got my rod. I've got the eel down there, which is not very happy, guys. And I'm gonna remove the trace. So, all there is on the deck is just the trace, the fish, you know, and my other little bits and bobs. That way we can get the rod out the way. So the rod's now safe. The rod's out the way. Pop it there. That's done. Make sure the knife's out the way. Put the bait at the back. So now all I've got, it's all detachable. I've just got the 200 pound mono trace and a very big conger eel. Right, I've got a T-bar. He has swallowed it quite fast, so I'm going to, yeah, going to try my best to get him free. Colossal eel. Massive, massive eel. There we go, guys. Massive conger eel. Yes. There we go, guys. Absolutely wicked conger eel. Sorry, guys, I'm looking down here because I want to get a nice film on my phone. There we go. Wicked fish. Let's get him back. Woo. Straight back. Get in. Woo. Ooh, well, that was damn exciting. Yeah, about 30 pound conger eel, that one, and we might have a bite on this other one, so I'm just going to strike it and see, because it's been knocking, and obviously I've been sorting out fish, so haven't been actually watching it. Let's have a look. Yep, eel on. Knew there was an eel on there, guys. Bit smaller this time though, I think. Bit smaller this time. Oh, has he just come off? No, he's still there. Odd fight, actually. Very, very odd fight. Oh, he might have come off now, actually. I'm going to keep winding though, in case it's a tope swimming up tide or something. Oh. See, as I said, when we get to slack water, they do generally come onto the feed. I think this one's come off. Oh no, that's a little eel. So it's a little strap eel, guys. That's why it was small. But that's okay. It's another eel. Yeah, that one I'll T-bar off in a second. Just gonna get all my bits sorted because we're not sorted from the other fish yet. So yeah, another little strap eel on a whole mackerel. We're just getting ourselves sorted, and we had the little rod out while we're sorting that little eel, little bream on the end. Didn't film it because I was sorting myself out. So we got one conger rod out again. Let's get the other one out. This is going to be fun. It's 2:30 now, guys, and we've got about 2 more hours of this until the tide swings. And I might go and anchor another spot for the late afternoon, or I might do some drifting with lures. We'll see. We'll see. Right, so all set again now. We've got 2 rods out. I've tidied up the deck because you do not want a messy deck on a 3-metre boat. Believe me, it's bad enough on bigger boats when you've got a messy deck and people don't tidy up after themselves, but it's a serious problem when you've sorry, I think I might have a bite on that right hand rod. Yeah, it's a serious problem on a small boat. You do not want to be tripping over things. You need to be organised and yeah, have everything in place and know where everything is. And yeah, thank goodness I did, because yeah, we just had 2 eels in quite a quick succession there. So I'm just going to go back down with a bream rod just for a bit of fun. The only problem is with the bream rod is if the conger rod does that again, we've got to get it up pretty quickly. But so the right hand conger rod has now got a mackerel on. Didn't flapper it though, I just chopped about 1/3 of the tail end off and then used the whole body, and then the other one's got a flappered up pouting. So I just cast it near the wreck and instantly I'm getting bites. Yep, fish on, guys. Fish on, fish on. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's not got the knocks like a black bream, so I'd be surprised if it was a bream. But you never know, but I'm pretty sure it's there spinning up, pouting. We will get you a we will get you a bream on camera in a second. So the way this anchor lies and the way the tide and wind have got us today, the wreck is sort of like that, at that angle. So we've got a bit there, and then we've got the bow which comes over to the back of us. Oh, there's some bites, there's some more bream knocks. Got 2 hooks down there, so I'm just kind of seeing if I can hold out for...
That's why I'm stubborn, go ahead. That's on the way.
Well, I think this one might be a bream. It was a bit more of a rattly bite, but it's not much of a rattly fight, so maybe it isn't, but... Ooh, it's spinning sadly, so it's going to be a pouting. That's a big pouting. That was a really aggressive bite, and then it... Obviously I turned the camera was off, clicked it on, and it was knocking like that, but yeah, he put up a spirited little fight, that one. Let's go back down and see if we can get one for you. Now in the autumn you get some lovely bream by drifting wrecks. So sort of October time, you don't have to be far out either, you know, sort of 8 to 9 miles out, you get some really nice ones, and further. Yeah, just drift along the side of the wreck with a little rig like this, and you can pick up some 4 or 5 pound bream. I'd like a 5 pound bream this year, that's kind of my target. When I do go breaming on the wrecks, I'd like a 5 pound one on light gear as well, so it's good fun. Nothing happening on those conger rods yet. I thought I had a little knock on the right hand one, but again we're trying to draw them out, so we just got to see which ones are happy to be drawn out, because they're certainly not all going to be happy, that's for sure. You'll see me, I'll occasionally let off line when I'm doing this sort of fishing, because if there's lots of tension they tend not to take it as freely as whether it's a little bit loose. So that's why on the drift I like fishing for bream, because the weight is directly under you and you keep letting off a little bit of line to keep the slack, so there's no tension when the fish is biting, because a bream, as soon as they feel tension they bugger off. All we've got there is a head. Now a head, it will catch.
Crazy cat.
You know, a mackerel head will catch you a conger, but a full mackerel or half mackerel is going to be a lot better. So let's get a new one on. So that's the mackerel. And what I've done, instead of flappering it, I'm cutting it about 1/3 the way down. So we're left with a bit like that. And then I've got a big 8/0 Limitless catfish hook. We're going through the top of the head. We pull the hook and line through like that. And then I just clink it in the back, making sure that my hook is presented in the middle of that bait, or you know, at least in the flesh, because a lot of the time they bite the flesh off, they leave the head. So you want your hook there. And then Jake's got to find his bait elastic, always going missing. There it is. Try and keep it in the same place, but it's not quite as easy as that on a small boat. I'll add a little bit of elastic just to try and keep the hook in place and stop it from spinning and turning. Just like that. We'll put a little bit on the back there, it doesn't really need it, but now the tide's going to start turning in about an hour and a bit. And what I'm hoping, it's going to turn the boat to the starboard side, because that's going to give us longer time on the wreck. If it turns us to port side, we're going to swing well off it. So hopefully it will swing that way. I can try and give myself a better chance of swinging towards starboard and going around the north like that, swinging around that way by maybe tilting the outboard. So I'll have a little look. But there we go, we've got a bait presented. Let's get it back out there. Right hand rod, guys, right hand rod. It's getting a bit crazy. I can feel him now. Yeah, I think he's on, but I'm gonna wind down, strike hard. Yeah, we're in. Oh, no, he's still there. He's still there, guys. Oh, he's come off now. He has come off now. Ah, that was a good one. Yeah, I should have probably left it a little bit longer, but I didn't want him to swallow it. So they're still feeding, guys. They're still feeding. Well, he's still down there to catch, isn't he? That was just on that bait that I showed you, that bit of mackerel. So get that one rebaited quickly. Potting boat west of Royal Sovereign, over.
Wilson flag? Wilson flag?
Yeah, I'm just at your bow coming up, over. Thank you very much for that, out. Well, that is why, guys, you have a radio. It wasn't totally the correct procedure calling him up, because he was very, very close. And the most important thing is just to get his attention, because he was only a couple of 100 meters away, and he did keep moving and moving like that. And then he was right onto my bearing where I was anchored. So got the engines on just in case I needed to quickly get out of his way. And he did answer. We're just west of Royal Sovereign. So I just said, I couldn't see his boat name, so I just went potting boat west of Sovereign, over. Should have said this is Mrs. Muscles, but I was too busy looking at him, which is my boat name, and he picked up straight away, and I just said, you're on my bow, just to let you know. And he turned to port side, and all good. But that just shows you've got to have a radio on you. VHF radio's absolutely crucial. And actually, that radio there, that just saved me having to zoom forward, possibly tangling my anchor in my prop, losing rods overboard. So yeah, done its job there. So yeah, that's the Retivis, by the way, RM22 radio. Yeah, did its job, and it worked and did what it needed to do there. So great stuff. I've got some mackerel feathers down now on the right hand side here, just trying to pick up some more fresh bait. Has gone a little bit quiet. We're approaching low tide in about 25-30 minutes, so we're going to start swinging soon. But slack water can be really good for eels, and I'm hoping we'll swing that way. So this one does keep going, so I'm going to have a little feel and a strike just to see if it's on. Hasn't been a tearing day, guys, by all means, but we've had a few fish, so can't really complain. Yeah, eel on, guys, eel on. Yep, nice one. Oh. Yeah, eel on, guys, eel on. Not a big one, I don't think. Not a big one. Cranking him in way too easy for it to be a big one. Just see him going, just see him knocking in the corner of my eye. I thought, I'm going to strike into him, because otherwise he's going to swallow the hook. Yeah, not a massive fish, but it'd be nice to get the third one on board. Yeah, The fact I'm winding the whole time isn't great. I think it's just going to be another strap. Oh, has he come off? I think he has. No, he's still... Oh my goodness, no, he's all right. He's all right, guys. Oh, not massive, but he's not tiny either. All right, mate. All right, all right. All right. So as I said earlier, got the trace off. I can now let my rod go. Pop that back in the holder. And there we have it. Another eel. He'll be about £10 to be fair. He's not tiny, but he's also, yeah, just didn't pick up too much of a fight. I think that bait's going to come right out of his mouth in a second. I'm just going to try and calm him down a little bit. There we go, out it comes. So look at that, we can reuse that bait as well. Now, just where their dorsals are, they've got two little holes each side, and that's where you can put your fingers in to hold them up. But the case is, you've kind of got to get both fingers in at the same time, otherwise they twist out. He'll give up in a minute. There you go. Another eel. It's about £10 that one. So yeah, happy days. Excellent, we'll get that one back. Ready? All right. So I've just released that eel. That's the splash, and that's the eel going back to the depths. So that's the splash up here, and the eel's gone all the way down to the bottom already. That's a cool little bit of footage on the sonar, isn't it? Right, so we're gonna have to pull an anchor now, really, because the tide's totally slack, our lines have gone slack, and we're starting to bend around a little bit. The question is, do I go and do some wrecking, which traditionally is no good at slack water? I have had some all right fish on slack water, but generally speaking, it's not very good. Do we go and mess around with some wrecks, do some lures, wait until the tide picks up, and then re-anchor a wreck for congers and fish it for the last 2 hours? Or do we just go and bum around on wrecks, wait for the tide to turn and see if we can get some bonus fish? I think probably go and try for some mackerel, I reckon, for a bit actually, and just do some feathers over the sort of reefs there, just to see if we can pick up some mackerel. So I'm just going to wind the rods in, sort all the gear out, and then I'm going to bring the anchor in using the Alderney ring. Well guys, I've just come to wind in, and a fish was obviously sitting on this bait because I've struck it, and yeah, we're into a fish. Slack water is quite good for eels, but I just think my lines are going so slack now, probably time to move, and we're sort of sliding off the wreck. But we've got a nice fish on here, another nice eel I think. Let's have a look. Oh, he's not huge actually, he's not huge at all. Oh. There we go, hook straight out, which is great. Just a small little strap eel, that's probably why I didn't really register it. He's probably been sitting on that for a little while, I would imagine. Where are you going, mister? So we've had 4 eels, two doubles, one very nice double, probably mid 20 to 30 pound. And then we just had a couple of straps as well. Oh, come on. There we go. I like to get photos or videos of all my fish if I can. Now, I'll show you here where you can hold them. Look, there's a bit there. There we go. Problem is, you need to get sort of 2 fingers in. So one, just behind that dorsal. There we go. There we go. Then it's a lot easier to hold them. Say that, I didn't hold very tight there. The small ones are harder than the big ones, but there you go. Number 4, eel. See you later. Yeah, we've got no tide now, and we're sort of swinging off that wreck, so. And our lines are tangling up, they're twisting because there's no tide. Let's go and see if we can pick up some mackerel on the reefs over there. arriving at the wreck that we're going to finish our day on. Regardless of how this fish is, because I've only got a couple more hours, I'm just going to keep fishing it. If it's absolutely nothing after an hour, we've done drift after drift after drift, I'll probably move inshore and see if we can pick up a bass or something. Yeah, it's a lovely evening to be out. So I'm just lining up the boat now where I think we need to be. I'll stop a little bit short of it. I don't think there's going to be much tide, but it will kick in eventually. Basically, put us bang on it. I haven't steamed over it, I've just put us literally on the edge of it, just so we're fishing over the wreck. And all we're going to do, I've got a sidewinder here. Yeah, how I fish the wreck, I've got a boom, so about 30-pound braid, that goes onto a leader. I use 30-pound mono leader material, got about 15 foot on there, and then we've got a clip on the end, so there's the clip which goes onto the main line, the main leader. We've then got a boom which just slides about 6 inches. It doesn't need to slide, but I like mine to slide just a little bit, just like that, with a ball weight. And then on the business end, guys who follow my channel know I am one big fan of a sidewinder. Being part of their pro team, I should be. We'll show a little 4-inch Skerries eel. Now, we've actually got a little bit of a drift here, guys. So we might be in business. I'm just going to put on the combo. So I've got half relief shading on my sonar now, and half relief shading and half sonar. So I'm just dropping down to the bottom. Then we're just going to do a slow retrieve. Yeah, we've got a little bit of tide now, so yeah, that's good. Now, just a slow retrieve, and we'll see if we can pick up some fish. Now, yesterday the wrecking was very quiet. We're on quite small tides at the moment, and small tides, generally the wrecks don't fish too well. The pollock like a little bit of a tide, so a big spring tide is yeah, is well worth fishing on the wrecks, because they do love it. So luckily, yeah, we've got a little bit of tide here. We've got 0.69 knots. That's only going to increase now, so that's really good, going in the right direction. I could throw in my anchor for a couple of hours, but I don't think it's worth it. So by the time I've got the drift right, and I've set my anchor up, and I've got all my gear ready, you know, we'll do a little bit of wrecking in the evening. I quite like a bit of dusk wrecking anyway. So just running down the side of the wreck now. Got a nice long drift of this one. Yeah, let's see if we can get a decent pollock. So we're just approaching the wreck now on the relief shading. Yep, fish on, guys, fish on. Fish on. Yep, big fish on, nice fish on. Yep, lovely fish on. First proper drift, guys. First proper drift. I'm just standing up, so I've got leverage on the fish. We're coming up to our leader now. Try not to let him bump off. Oh, he's fighting hard, guys. He's fighting hard. Oh, what's he going to be? Nice pollock. Nice pollock. There we go. That didn't take long. Well, look at that. Prime pollock taking on a Candy King 4-inch lure. Absolutely nailed on the top lip. God, these lures are so good. Just pop it out. There we go, there it is. Just a beautiful, hard fighting pollock. Now, that's going to go straight back. Not taking any today. He hasn't blown, so. Cool. Crash dive him in. Check the lure's okay, yep. Straight back down. First proper drift, one fish. One thing I do like is fishing a wreck just as that tide is starting to run, because the fish have been not feeding on slack water, they don't like it. As soon as they feel that bit of tide, I'm sure they go, oh, dinner time, and they just annihilate whatever's down there. I've always done well on that first turn of the tide. Lots of fish down there. I actually prefer standing up when I'm wrecking now, so I can get the leverage on the fish, but you get a better angle of me down here, so I'll stay here for now. So the wreck's just coming in to show now. There's fish on, fish on, fish on, fish tap, fish tap, fish tap. Yep, commit, go, fish on. Oh, has he come off? Might have just popped off there. I'm going to quickly wind him up. No, he's still on, but he's only a small fish. Just going to get him up quickly so that I can get him, because the drift is a really good drift. That's a pouting. Didn't think that was a pollock. There's no diving run. Quickly get back down there. Still over the wreck. It's a lovely drift on this one. When you get it right, it's beautiful. You have a good sort of couple of minutes on it. It's a really good wreck to drift. Yeah, fish on, guys, fish on. Fish on, guys, just a little pollock. Just a little pollock, I think. Pollock pout, that's why. Sorry, mate. Ah, Mr. Foulhook Pout has put me off. Oh no, perfect drift as well. I've got a tangle up here. Alright, let's quickly get another one set up. I'm going to carry on with the same 4-inch because that works. So we are getting a few pouting, but they should stop now. We've just hit a knot of tide, just above a knot of tide, so the pouting usually stop about then. So hopefully we won't get so many. Be nice to get a double figure pollock this evening. It's good because it's at that depth where they can actually go back okay, which is great. Yeah, my freezer's full of fish at the moment, so yeah, don't need any more. Even though I'm on a carnivore diet, I still prefer a steak over a pollock. Wreck's coming in, so I'm dropping back down, gauging that strike drag, and then just a gentle retrieve. So I've put us on a different drift line this time, so it's a little bit more central to the wreck. And we'll see if it produces any different results. There's a bit more wreck coming in now. Oh, there was a tap. Yep, fish on, guys, fish on. Again, I think it might be a no, pollock, big pollock. Oh, big, yeah, pollock, definitely. I don't think it's a big one. I thought it was going to go off crazy for a minute, but it didn't. Don't think it's going to be a bad size one. Getting to the leader now. I think it's probably going to be a 3-4 pound sort of fish. Let's have a look. He's all right. Hey, there we go, another pollock. So I said I just changed the drift line. It's only a small one, little pollock like that, and that is why we have to keep the tension on. If I drop the tension on that rig, fiddling around, boom, off it, out it comes. Doesn't matter the hook's barbed, it comes straight out. I get straight back down there because there's a good bit of wreck down there. Yeah, it's a nice bit of wreck down there. Oh, yeah, fish on, guys. Fish on, fish on, fish on. Yep, nice fish, nice fish, nice fish, nice fish. Nice fish. Yeah, this is a good one. This is a really nice fish, guys. He's still absolutely fighting now on the top. You can just see him. Just see him. The pollock. It's a pollock, or is it a pollock? No, it's a cod. Oh wow, guys! Wow, that isn't a too shabby cod. That was just run on the outside of the. We were drifting on the edge of the wreck there, and it actually took it. He did come up for it, to be fair. Right, oh, full of energy. There we go. Lovely, lovely coddling. Yeah, fantastic. Wicked stuff. Well, I'll tell you something, we're doing okay today, aren't we? We've had a 30-pound conger eel. We've had a double figure fish conger eel, 2 straps, some bream, some pouting, had a couple of pollock, we've just had a cod. See, now I really want to get a bass, just to but have the free, you know, the grand slam, because that's what it's like. A pollock, a cod and a bass, that is like a grand slam in the fishing world. So we're coming up to the wreck now. I'm just going to stand up to get a bit more leverage on it in case we get a big one. Yeah, fish on, guys. Oh, fish on, fish on, fish on, fish on, fish on. Big pollock or something. Big head shakes. What's it going to be? Don't tell me it's going to be another cod. Oh, still going for runs. Look, it's a pollock. Oh, yes. See, wrecking yesterday apparently was really difficult, and today it's a different. It's just totally different. So we got little 4-inch skerries there. Look, sidewinder, 4-inch skerries eel. Another nice pollock. I'm going to get him straight back and we're going to try and see if we can get his grandparents, or if we can unhook the bugger. Yeah, he got hooked in the hard bit of the mouth on this occasion, not the soft bit of membrane, so this one was going nowhere. Wow. There we go. See that, mate? Look at that. There we go. Straight back. Wreck's come in now, so I'm just again dropping it to the bottom. When it hits the bottom, engaging the strike, drag and wind him. Yep, fish on, fish on, fish on. It's not a big one, guys, but it's a fish all the same. Oh, now it's come alive. Now he's come alive a bit. I think because he realises he's coming to the top. Still don't think it's going to be a big one, but we'll see. Not huge, just a little one. Oh. Nailed there with that little 4-inch Candy King. Absolutely love those lures. Get him unhooked. Dive him back in. Ooh, straight back. Right, let's get back down again because we've still got a bit of wreck underneath us. Oh yeah, nice bit of wreck, and there's some fish down there too. Well, I'm going to meet my other half about 7:30 on the beach just for a little walk and see the dogs and stuff. So I'm going to make this one my last drift. Hopefully we'll get a fish on it. And then I'm going to go in and try for some mackerel on the horse. And then if I see birds work in the bass bar, which I know, I will try and very quickly get a bass. Not because I want a bass, but just because I want to do the triple cod, pollock, bass. Right, that'll be it on this wreck then. We've had some pollock, we've had a cod. Let's go and try and get some mackerel for tomorrow's bait, and see if we can get a bass just quickly on the way in as well. Because that would just mean we've done the hat trick, which would be a little bit of fun considering we were meant to be out here anchoring for congers, and we did anchor for congers, and we did get congers, nice ones as well. But yeah, just tide change, and I didn't want to put the anchor down again, so a little bit of wrecking there, and it was.
In the city, rushing to me.
I've picked up is one little poxy scad. Now, I really like scad, great bait, but the one I have is pretty small. Tiny. Oh, hello. Oh no. So, yeah, we've really got to do better than that, but I'm not going to bust the balls out of today trying to get bait, because tomorrow, early morning, early doors, I'll get out and I'll try and make it happen early doors. But yeah, I've got plenty of bait in the freezer, so I'll pop up. Oh, there's a shoal of something coming through now. Well, let's let them do their thing. Turn you around, look at this. Absolutely loaded with something down there. Now, I don't know whether that's bait. Well, bait that we want. It might only be like little white bait and stuff, but yeah, who knows. Fish on, guys. Fish on. Is it going to be a mackerel or is it going to be our bass? Yes, it's our bass. Yes, we did it. We've done our triple. There we go. Hat trick. Bass, pollock, cod, done. So many fish down there now, guys. I've got to try and get down there to try and get a bigger one. Oh dear, fishermen are never happy, are they? I've had great fish today, but also trying to catch mackerel as well. Oh dear, the life of a fisherman. One more cast, one more fish, you know what it's like. But we come here because we wanted to get our triple and we got it, so yeah, chuffed with that. Slightly better bass on here, guys. Oh, it's just come off, I think. No, he might. No, he's still on. He's still on. He's still on. He's still on. Hey. Have a little schoolie. I mean, it hit 42, but I'm not keeping any. Look at that. Just transferred over to a super reel 4-inch scaries. Super reels. I love super reels for bass. They're look at that. Look at that imitation. Perfect. Wicked. Right, this is the last drift, so let's fire the lure back down there again. Just see if we can pick up one as we come over the bar. Yeah, that's us. Right, well, thank you so much for watching today, guys. I know it's been a bit of a mixed day in the end, but the primary thing of the video was obviously the wreck fishing. We've done that. We've done some success there. We've done slack water, and then we've done a bit more of the flooding tide just on the wrecks and the lures. So hopefully you've learnt a lot, or something. And yeah, if you've got any questions about today or whatever kit I'm using or whatever, please don't hesitate to ask. At the end of the day, I am here to help. Right. Ah, there it is. Looking around to see where the rod holder is. Right, let's get this mackerel rod in and get in. Cheers, guys. Thank you very much.